When I got up from the flames, after the angels pushed me in, I felt the most excruciating pain that I could ever feel. I heard screams and sounds by the billions throughout hell. I felt like I was dying every gasping second. I couldn't breathe, but I could still somehow talk. Everywhere around me was pain, death, and suffering. And I questioned, how could a God who claims to love us allow such suffering to exist? I screamed and I shouted, and I yelled up above me, God, why have you forsaken me? And the only answer I got was, I did not believe. This made me angry. I questioned, what does it matter whether I believed or not? Is this really a deserving punishment for someone who did not believe something that he could not see, could not feel? So I asked another question. Is this really a deserving punishment? And I heard another whisper say, yes. So I asked, why then, Lord? Why? Why must I go through the worst pain of unimaginable horrors for not believing? And once again, God answered, because you do not believe. So then I asked, why, Lord? Why reveal yourself after I died? Why not when I was living, when I had a choice, when I had a chance? Why, when it was too late, would you reveal yourself? There was no answer. And then I asked, Lord, is this fair? There was no answer. Then I tried to reason with him. Lord, if we murder a murderer for murdering, then we are just murderers ourselves. We are no better. Even if I was a murderer, Lord, a true murderer, sending me to hell would make you worse than me. You see, you're no better if you killed me for being a murderer, but you're worse for torturing me forever. Don't you see? I still got no answer. Lord, aren't you there? Don't you hear me? Is your justliness and your righteousness more important than my happiness? Shall I suffer forever because you have to be justly and righteous, even though you can define justly and righteousness as whatever you wanted it to be? You knew I would end up here, going down the path I did, but you let me walk down that path because of free will, something that you never mention in your Bible. Lord, if you truly love someone, you wouldn't let them walk down a path of destruction. You would try to help them avoid the path. If you love someone, you would put your justliness and your righteousness above them. You would forgive them even though they didn't want forgiveness. And most of all, you would not want them to go through any pain, mental or physical. But here you are, allowing me and billions of others who are just trying to exist, suffer forever. There still was no answer. I felt that he didn't love me in the first place anyways. If he truly loved me, why am I here now? Why would he let other humans who barely understand his message try to get his message across to me instead of coming down himself? The fact that this place even exists and was created by him shows how horrible and truly scary he can be. It made me question, why would people bow down to someone like this? Someone who would put people through so much pain. If we heard a word of anybody doing anything like this down on earth, anything similar, we would be disgusted instantly. But for some reason, when God does it, it's okay. And even if some, by ill fate, God gave me two doors, one led to hell and one led to heaven. The fact that he gave me a choice to go down such a terrible path in the first place, even if I rightfully chose to do so, is still wrong. Because once again, if you truly love someone, why would you want them to feel pain, suffering, things that God must have created? I lay there not long after until I felt no more pain for some reason. I didn't feel the presence of God, but something else. A light appeared before me, and somehow I swam to it. I don't know what was happening to me, but I felt at peace. And this was not God. This was something else, something undescribable, a being that showed me mercy. This being showed me mercy even though I never worshipped him, never followed him, and may have been a bad person, but he showed me mercy is because he truly loved me. And he still loved me even though I didn't love him back, and he didn't want me to feel pain even though I didn't show him any respect. Or even if somehow I caused him pain, he didn't want to give me any, because he loved me.
This is such a mess, and it's like our world, but we're the last ones left, and the hair, it stands on the back of our necks, and I swear it shows heaven must be just like that.
But then I woke up. I was in agonizing pain again, and I realized somehow I had been dreaming. This had been a fantasy. And only in fantasy does such exist a God who would show you mercy even though you did not love him back, did not show anybody else mercy, would not stoop down to your level and show you pain as you showed others pain. That God is just a fantasy. So here I am in hell forever, while there are people above me, high above me, bowing down to a God who would put me through such pain. And they smile, and they laugh, and they're happy. And I'm alone forever.